What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another FPL video, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the best transfers looking at game week 2. Like, what are the best ideas, what are the best tips, and how you shouldn't or you don't need to blow your budget or blow your team up to get the best results. So, I think most of us all have the one free transfer for this game week. I don't have any money remaining. I just went and spent the entire 100 million on my team and I built it to make sure that I had cover and backup in every single position. So if you saw my previous video when I was talking about previewing game week 2, the two teams that I had mentioned to look at was Manchester City as well as Tottenham Hotspurs, looking at their games. City are playing Norwich, and this is at home. And I have a feeling that City will want to make a statement out of this game because the first game they lost, it was kind of a cagey affair, and Song scored a brilliant goal for Tottenham Hotspurs. City are still fine-tuning their team, and hopefully they've got everything figured out and everything sorted out, but it still needs to be looked at how they're going to be progressing going forward. But I think this will be a statement when saying that they are the champions. They're playing at home in front of a hopefully packed stadium, but they're going to have fans back. So expect City to score a lot of goals. I think this is going to be a goal fest. And another game to look forward to is the Spurs versus Wolves game. Wolves are still figuring out their feet under a new manager, and it's like, and same thing with Spurs. But the thing is, Spurs, the team has played together for a while. So you've got the entire backbone. It's all the same. Wolves have had chopped and changed. They've got their set of players. But if I'm looking at transfers, so if you see my team, we've got Martinez and Sanchez in goal. We've got Luke Ayling, Amati, Alexander Arnold, Tsimikas and Shaw in defense. Gilmore, Rafinha, Barnes, Salah and Fernandez, the two top scorers of FPL game week 1. And in attack, I have Tooney, Ings, and Antonio. Antonio and Ings kind of saved my game week last. Like I mentioned, I scored 95 points. They saved my game week. Would have got less, but Antonio scoring at the end, though he missed a penalty with the assist, and Ings with the 97th minute goal. But looking at the transfers, like the best options, and I think I would do this. Like Liverpool are playing Burnley and City are playing Southampton. United are playing Southampton. Sorry about that. So I would take, like, I have Tsimikas as a backup. Take Arnold out. And then it's a toss-up between either Rafinha or Barnes because I want to keep Salah and Fernandez. Here's a tip: do not get rid of Salah and Fernandez because they have good games going forward. Like they're playing, Salah's playing Burnley, Liverpool are playing Burnley, and then they play Chelsea after that. Chelsea on their day, it's a give or take, but this game is being played at Anfield. So with the crowd at Anfield, give Liverpool the benefit of that they can come through this game. And Fernandez is being my player to look forward to. So with their fixtures, it's interesting to see like how that's going to be progressing. So those are the two guys you don't get rid of. So he's got a good run of fixtures, so don't get rid of them. So I'm looking at either Barnes or Rafinha. I think Rafinha's games, he's got Everton next, Burnley, and say Liverpool. It's not that great, whereas Barnes they've got West Ham, Norwich, and then City. So either one of these two, I might sacrifice one of them, take Barnes out, and the players that I would bring in would be guys from City. Because like I said, they have a good run of fixtures. One would be Mendy. Get Mendy in, I have 9 million left. And in midfield, I would go with a Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez, I have a feeling, is going to be scoring a lot of goals in this next game, or he's going to be assisting. For me to go for a Sterling or a Grealish, Sterling, I would have to take out like Fernandez and Salah, and that's something that I don't want to do. And I'm also telling you guys, this is a tip: don't get rid of these players until you see a dip in form. Both have started bang on. Fernandez came in with 3 goals and an assist. Salah got 2 assists and the goal. So they bang on form. They're coming in hot. So these are players. These are the commodities that you don't want to get rid of. Yes, think of this as a strategy, as an investment. You've invested 12.5 million and 12 million on 2 players who are at the top of the game right now. So don't get rid of them. Instead of Mahrez, there's also the option of getting in Grealish. Grealish did play an attacking role in the last game. They're trying to envision him in the David Silva role, but we have to see how that progresses. It's just that the team chemistry and all that has to come together, and also De Bruyne is not there. Foden still has to come back, so have to see how this team's going to be. But best option I would go with again would be Riyad Mahrez and Mendy. Another option that you could look at would be getting a Spurs defender. So looking at Spurs, I would either go with, say, Dyer or even Reguilon. Reguilon, because of his attacking prowess. Dyer plays more of a CDM. So he's not that attacking. He's not the guy who's going front, like up and down the wing. There's even Sanchez. So Davinson Sanchez did play well against City. So at 4.5, he's there. Then I have another million left. So with that million, I could actually change. See if I could get a... Nah, Sterling's 11. So the thing is with Sterling, it's a hit or a miss. So stick with Mahrez. So these are the 2 transfers I would make. If I want to... But with this, I would be losing 4 points. So that's one thing you need to remember. With these strategies, when it's coming to make sure that you're looking ahead. Another tip of looking at the best strategy or the best transfer would be looking at game week 3 as well as the transfers coming in and waiting for the news that is going to be coming out. Because with today being Friday, you're going to have all the news from the managers about who's playing, who's not playing, who's fit. So looking at those things, I would look at getting Sanchez and Mahrez. These are the 2 transfers. But otherwise, I would go for 2 City players with Mendy and Mahrez. It's a solid lineup. Another option would be Nathan Ake. Because with them playing 3 at the back. So there's another option. It still gives me only a 0.5. So there's no way of getting, like, say, Sterling. Or there's another thing that I could do. Get rid of both the City guys and go all out with, say, Spurs. Now, it's interesting to do with Spurs is get Sanchez or even go with a Tanganga. Tanganga is there and go with Song. In budget, Song is the out and out striker till Harry Kane comes back. But the thing is with Harry Kane, we're not sure where his mind is, and with all the reports saying he wants to leave the club. So I bet my house on, like, say, take Song. Song's going to be leading the line unless Levy is able to pull off a deal to get another striker before the transfer window ends. And with the fixtures that they have, Song being the focal point, I think there's going to be a lot of goals coming from him. And he showed in the previous game against City, he does have that goal scoring threat. Yes, he's been held back with Kane being the primal focus, but I think Song could be the difference maker to Spurs or anyone who wants to go and get a Spurs player. Tanganga, on the other hand, he did play 82 minutes. So he's getting the run in, but I still feel Sanchez would be a better player. Sanchez would be a better option because he played the full 90 minutes, and I have a feeling that he's going to be starting more games going forward. He's going to have a better season than he had last. So that's the thing. For this transfer window, looking at the fixtures, I'm still sticking with Salah and Samikas for Liverpool. I have the Liverpool backup over there, and Fernandes and Shaw with the United. They're playing Southampton, and with the form that they're in, don't bet against them. And the other two teams that I'm looking at for this transfer window are City against Norwich and Spurs versus Wolves. So these are the teams that I have a feeling will do really well this game week. Like, look, Aston Villa and Newcastle, it's a toss up, and I have a Ings backup in that game, so that's there. And Crystal Palace and Brentford. Brentford did get the win in the London derby, but again, this is another London match. Let's see if they play well, or will Patrick Vieira and Crystal Palace team have a solid evening against them. The other game is Leicester Everton. Listen, it's going to be attacking, it's going to be free flowing, but will Rafa want to take the risk against the Bielsa team? Watford Brighton, listen, it's not going to be a high scoring match, or even if there are goals, I don't think this will be the game. United, you've got the cover. I've got the cover with Fernandes and Shaw. You can look at another United defender instead of Shaw. If you're looking at United defenders, Shaw's a good shout out at 5.5, and Varane's also coming in. But Varane at 5.5, would I take him over Shaw? I think I'll take Shaw, because Shaw with the attacking returns. Another player that you could look at with United would be, say, Wan-Bissaka. But more than that, it's just looking at the thing. Like with the West Ham and Leicester game, I'm not going with anyone over here. I took out Barnes. So those are the options that you have. I'll make another video about my final team selection, say tomorrow before the game week starts, or slightly earlier, because here's this tip. Like, this is like tip 101. Do not make any transfers like 5 minutes before the game week starts. It's going to be a mad rush, and also the game freezes. If you're trying to make a transfer, you're not allowed to make any transfer. It gives out the statement saying they're having some updates going on. So that's the tip. So look at either City or Spurs players going into game week 2. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the episode. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Got a lot more in store, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.